Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also joining us online worldwide via our podcast at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. If you're looking for music that's going to inspire you but also remind you where your strength comes from, I think you guys are going to really enjoy this next guest and her new single. We're excited to welcome Emoni Wilkins to our broadcast today. Emoni, you guys have probably heard on the radio side with her single Wonder. I want to talk to her not only about her love of music, but what it's been like for her to share that with all of you, the message of the song Wonder, and of course we'll let you guys know how to stay connected with her as well. Emoni, thank you again for spending some time with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone.
Look, we appreciate you. So, Emoni, I want to talk about this moment for you because what I love about this song, Wonder, which we'll get more into, is that one thing that comes through is your appreciation. What has it been like for you to be able to identify your God-given gift when it comes to music and then to be able to share it with all of us?
Oh, so that's a really cool question. Well, I've been in the industry professionally since I was 17 years old. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to have traveled the world and do really cool things. But to do this artist thing has been so much fun, but also just a heart of gratitude. I absolutely love what I do. I love music. I love creating. It just brings me so much joy. And it's been interesting on this, like I said, this journey as an artist, to have this song that means so much to me in this moment of my life as a remembrance of that God will never leave you, that he's always there, and that I'm a wonder because he's a wonder. And there's absolutely nothing that I can't do because my Father has everything. And because I have access to my Father, I have access to do so many things, you know, on this planet. So I'm grateful for this moment in time.
Love that. And I love the way you phrase that too, Emoni, because I think a lot of times, and look, we find ourselves, especially as individuals of faith, we find ourselves in interesting periods sometimes where we know the power of God, we know what he's able to do, but sometimes we just don't see how he's going to do it, right? Talk to us about that, because I feel like some of that comes through in this song of Wonder, because I think when we think about being in wonder of something, I almost think about being in awe of it, right? You know, not really being able to truly take it in. What has that been like for you as you kind of think about this musical journey, what that's been like for you to take in?
Oh, another amazing question. I think there's a pivotal moment, once again, when you recognize that God's timing is not our timing, you know? And the beauty in that is when you wait, it blows your mind. And the doors that open when you wait for God is limitless. And one of the first lines in the song that I get to sing that resonates with me is, I never have to question his moves. He comes through, you know? And so I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. And so that sticks with me all the time, that I never have to question it because God is going to always come through, and he breaks records. Nothing that God does is, you know, regular. And so that's why whenever he comes through, our minds are blown because God is spectacular, you know? So that's the beauty in that, and seeing things unfold at this time in my life. With such an incredible people, you know, holding me up in this season and supporting me in this season. So I'm just grateful that God chose me at this moment with this particular song to share with so many people.
I think another thing that comes through, and I noticed this when I was prepping for your segment, Emoni, is that we also, of course, have to realize that just as we are in wonder of God, that we were created to be something special. You posted something on August the 18th on Instagram that I want to read for our audience, because I think a lot of times this is something that we miss and it sometimes makes the journey more difficult. But on August the 18th, Emoni, you posted on Instagram, "To the woman I was, I love you. To the woman I am, I'm proud of you. To the woman I'm becoming, I'm excited for you." And in the caption you wrote, "Go E." I want to talk about that because, we have to encourage ourselves, right? I think a lot of times we can't wait on someone else for that validation to pat ourselves on the back to know that we're worthy of something or have done something. How important has that been for you to realize where you were and also now where you are and who you're becoming?
I realized that sometimes we don't talk about the cloudy days. Sometimes we don't talk about the really, really hard days, when either you're grieving the loss of someone you love or, something transpired in your life that may come to make you discouraged. And we don't talk about those things enough and how, how the power of God or just, maybe reading your word, lunch with a friend or being encouraged by maybe going to the gym or taking a walk or whatever can help you come out of that moment and to celebrate whatever wins you have, whatever it is that you're experiencing. I think we forget to embrace those wins as well, to say, I got up today. You know what I'm saying? To that widow that's, having a hard time. She got up today. She's got to feed her kids. She's got to provide for her kids. She got up and is telling herself, I can make it another day, and having the support and remembering, yes, today was hard, but tomorrow will be better. And so I look at where I've been, and when I posted that, I had tears in my eyes because I remember what it was like to bury my mom, a couple of years ago and the grief that came with that. And then knowing, the world shut down and how to process all of that. And I look at where I am now, thriving, soaring, two beautiful companies, incredible people in my life that, I get to be their vocal coach or incredible friends and having a supportive team around me reminds me that where I was isn't where, I don't have to forget where I've been, but where I was, it doesn't dictate where I'm going. And so I'm proud of myself for getting out of, that depressed state of reading, praying, talking to God, talking to, different people and seeing the growth. And I'm just grateful that I'm in such a happy place,
Yeah.
And so, that's why I posted that.
Yeah, and it's such a great reminder, and I'm so glad that you were willing to go there with that, Emoni, because I think a lot of times, again, I had a great conversation, and this goes to something that Erica Campbell talks about a lot, is that just because we're people of faith, just because we believe in God, does not mean we're not human. We are going to have those emotions, those same things. Everyone feels. I mean, we have biblical examples of that. I think about Moses all the time, not feeling worthy of being the voice, for God, and and wanting to push his brother out there, but God sees something in us.
I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
Use him instead.
Yeah, and I think that is the big thing. So the single is out now, getting a lot of great buzz. It's a part of this larger project of money that's coming out September the 6th, of course, with Jacqueline Carr. Talk to us about that. What that's been like for you to be a part of this project, but also to see the way that people are really buzzing about it.
Excited that they're even having me, including me on this beautiful project. That's called Jacqueline Carr Presents the Inspiration Project. And there's such incredible artists that are on this project. Jericho is another group of friends of mine that are on here, and Minister Tim Rogers, Jacqueline singing on there. So it's just a great project with different artists who are sharing one, their love for God, and also in different forms and different ways musically. So I'm really excited that they're having me on this.
You mentioned earlier about this journey, and I think it really has been that. I think for a lot of us, we believe God. We know things will happen for us. We don't always know. I saw a great post on Instagram. I'll paraphrase it. About when we talk about the win, we don't know the win sometimes. What do you think has helped you to remain patient? I think that is one of the things too. A lot of times we want things when we want it, but what do you think has really helped you, Emoni, in your journey to remain patient and to wait on God?
One main thing is faith. Emoni means faith, so I have no other choice.
Love that.
And embracing that, and knowing, of course you have your time. You be like, okay, God, when is my turn? I've produced a bunch of records. I've helped so many other people, on their journeys. And I'm like, I just want the opportunity to share what I feel is placed inside of me. And, when it happened, it was like, okay, this is all happening. What's going on? Okay, God, like, what's this? And it's like, this is what you prayed for, and now you're ready for this moment. Because sometimes you can ask yourself and not be ready for it.
Not be ready.
And so I'm grateful. My uncle, who's a pastor, his name is F.L. Williams, taught us as kids, opportunity doesn't come when you're ready. It comes when you should have been ready. And so I'm just grateful that this is this season and this time, and I'm happy that I get to share what God is. And I really believe these lyrics that I'm singing, like, I am a wonder because he's a wonder. I'm able to do what I do. I'm able to live the life that I live because of my Father,
Yeah.
So,
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a song for our audience that have not got it. Of course, our partner is Amazon, but you can get it through any of your favorite streaming sites. Make sure you guys do go and support Wonder. Of course, you'll be hearing it here on WYAD, but make sure you guys do support the music and tell your friends about it as well. And, Emoni, can you believe we only have 4 more months left in this year? What else are you looking forward to before we wrap up 2024?
There's I go to Zurich, Switzerland. I'm doing a vocal clinic there in September, and I'm also singing. Some really cool things for the rest of the year, back in the studio, recording some music, and just enjoying life. I think sometimes we work, and we don't do that. So just spending more time with family and friends and laughing, going to concerts, taking trips, just enjoying life. And I have a company called In the Key of the Elixir. It's an all-natural product that boosts the immune system. It helps reduce mucus, helps with allergies and inflammation. So that's been soaring. So just doing that, teaching voice lessons, and I'm just grateful to do what I love and having fun while I'm doing it.
And you're great at it, too, Emoni. That's why we're so glad to be able to speak with you again, everyone. Emoni Wilkins has been our guest. Make sure you guys support the single Wonder. And, Emoni, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you?
Oh, cool. So Emoni Wilkins on all social platforms, and that's EMONI WILKINS. Come on over. Let's have fun, and let's inspire each other, uplift each other, and remember that God is a wonder, and we are wonders as well.
Love that. Emoni, thank you so much for taking some time to spend with us. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Yes, thanks for having me. You have a blessed day, okay?
Thanks to you as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. So let's go make today amazing. Take care.